This would be your view morning live if you said I do at Spencer's at the Waterfront in Burlington. And I'd like to introduce to you Leanne Ciccone. Leanne, you're going to tell us about this one-stop wedding venue here.
Perfect. Well, just as you said, this is our altar where we would say I do on our wedding day. After the ceremony, we would go directly out to take all of our photos around the property in the park, and our guests would be welcomed into the salon, which I can take you to.
Great.
This is where we would start our cocktail reception.
Wow.
This is where we start seeing some different menu and beverage items come to play on our wedding day. So there's different customizations that we can make with our cocktails, and then our menu itself.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Okay, Leanne, we're married.
Cheers.
There we go. All right, let's talk about cocktails and the menu and the food.
Certainly. Well, we are a restaurant that has an amazing culinary team, so they're very open to making customizations on the day to make the day unique and exactly as you'd like to see it. Always doing a fun little customized cocktail is fun with different colors for sure to personalize the day.
With this beautiful setting.
Makes it perfect.
It's making me hungry, so we're going back in for the reception. Is this how it would all play out?
Exactly. So as we've been in here enjoying the cocktail reception, the team has been getting the room ready, which gives a whole new transition to the day.
Oh, yeah.
And so all the tables would be set, and then we would start the menu service itself.
And can you tell us, Leanne, you're making everything easy for the bride and groom, and I was told that you have people that work with the bride and groom to make everything happen.
Exactly. You, when you're planning a wedding here, you have a special events consultant to help all the planning. You have a maitre d' that is going to be doing all of the execution behind the scenes to make sure that as the couple, the bride and groom, you can just focus on enjoying the day. And you have a concierge, we kind of call her the best friend of the bride, who is there to ensure that all of the questions are being answered so the bride and groom can enjoy time with guests.
That's fantastic. It makes me want to get married again. All right, we're at Spencer's at the Waterfront in Burlington. That's spencers.ca if you want to say, I do. Keep on my love forever. Spencer's has many referred vendors to help you with all your wedding planning, and flowers are very important, and this is why we're bringing in Susan Bobber of Blossoms of Burlington Flower Shop. Hello, Susan.
Hi.
So you are going to help us with one of the most important things about getting married. Can you tell us about your flowers and what's really popular?
Well, we're a shop located just downtown on Elizabeth Street, and this year we're finding that a lot of the brides are really into kind of a shabby chic look.
A shabby chic.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
Well, Baby's Breath is back in the
Back in,
picture.
I had that for my wedding.
Yeah,
so.
It's sort of a 70s look, but
Yeah.
but they've reintroduced it, and we're working a lot with it, along with sort of the rustic wire.
Oh, very
and
nice.
then mixing that with some of the more beautiful flowers, the peonies and dahlias, commercial mums, that kind of look. Again, daisies are a very simple flower, but when it's mixed in the right way,
Right.
it's really back in
So would these
trend.
be centerpieces or part of the bouquet? Or?
Yeah, these would be centerpieces. Or sometimes
Lovely.
they do little vignettes off little tables on the side, and they just introduce smaller pieces. So.
Okay, speaking of bouquets, we have some fresh cut flowers. Is this going to be a bouquet or?
Well, yes, this is an item we sell a lot of. These 5-inch glass cubes, and hand tieds are very popular.
Oh, okay.
So this would be flowers that we put into that. If you want me to show you that.
Very nice. Can you tell us a little bit about your flower shop? So what is your website, and you have a partner as well?
I have a partner, and her name is Debbie Dukeshire. We're co-owners, and we've been in business for 12 years. And we have a website as well. It's blossomsflowershop.ca.
Very nice. All right, this is lovely, and this makes me want to get married again. See the baby's breath. I actually had them in my hair.
Oh, is that right?
Is that shabby chic?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
it is. They are putting them back in their hair again.
They are, certainly.
Yeah.
We are at Spencer's at the Waterfront. We're getting married morning live. And we're talking about weddings. We're here at Spencer's at the Waterfront in Burlington. And this is Christine McLaughlin of Molly Cake. Yeah. And of course, this is the grand finale, the cake. The cake at a wedding, very popular, very important. So can you tell us about your cake business? And are these real?
This one here is the only one that's real. The naked cake on the end. The
Okay,
rest
but
of them
these
are all
would
styrofoam,
be real.
But these would absolutely all be done
And
in
you
real
would be
cake.
cutting these beautiful cakes.
Absolutely. And
Okay, so can you
delicious
tell us
cakes,
about your
too.
business
Yes.
and these cakes?
The bulk of what we do are custom cakes. So we have a small shop downtown Burlington, everything that we use real ingredients. So it's real butter, it's real cream. It's,
Yum.
If we make a lemon filling, it has real lemons in it.
Oh.
No artificial flavors. So you know you're getting quality. And then we can do everything from the buttercream based, a bit more rustic, a bit more vintage looking, but still classy and elegant, to something a little bit more formal with fondant and all the details that go with it.
I heard that this cake is this a naked cake?
It's called a naked cake.
Why is
that one
that?
actually is more like a semi-naked cake.
It's
Semi-naked
semi-naked.
cake, yep. That's what I call it, that's my term. But it's because you can still see the cake through it. There's not as much icing on it. A lot of people really enjoy it because they like to see what they're going to eat. People eat with their eyes first, and they can see the deliciousness that they're going to enjoy.
It's lovely. And
Yeah.
what about these? Is this for a sweet table, I'm
Yeah,
assuming?
we do sweet tables as well. So we do cakes and sweet tables. We do edible favors. So a lot of, like, one of the trends right now is really white on white or tone on tone. And so a lot of people want to incorporate those colors with their cake. So this is one way you can do it. Like, this is just a buttercream or a buttermilk lemon panna cotta. And then, you can get vanilla meringues and vanilla macaron, which are very popular still for weddings. And then you can do a tone on tone cake and give it a little kick of a metallic, which is very popular right now.
How long would a cake like that take you to make?
This one I did yesterday, and it just
A whole day?
took a few hours. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And
Oh,
it was
just a few hours
it
of the
took a
day?
few hours, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're a professional. It's just so easy. Oh, yes.
No problem. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Christine.
No problem.
Molly
Thank you,
Cake in
Shelley.
Burlington. We're at Spencer's at the Waterfront. Can I cut one of these?
Absolutely.
That one?
Enjoy the
okay.
naked
All
one.
right, we're going to break. Luke and I are having some cake.
Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you.
We're talking about weddings this morning on Morning Live, and we are at Spencer's at the Waterfront. We've talked about a lot of important things that go into making your wedding spectacular, but the biggest challenge is budget.
Staying on budget.
Staying on budget. Lisa Marie Winning, and you are a financial planner at Investors Group, and you're
Yes.
going to tell us about budgeting, what to do and what not to do.
Absolutely. So the most important part is deciding on a budget, a realistic budget, and sticking to it. You can get caught up in the excitement and the emotion, but this is the first day of the rest of your life,
Right.
and so we want to make sure that we plan properly. A little more than half your budget should be allocated to your venue and your reception, and we're at Spencer's right now. And I would say that the next biggest spend would be on style. It's the bridal dress and the groomsmen, and so we've got some bling here because that adds up as well.
It does,
So
yes.
Promise and Lace has been kind enough to share some bling here with us. And then our friends at Scrivener's have styled us for the groomsmen. Can you imagine how fun that would be?
I love this. Yes. But again, this all goes into the list of costs.
15% should
15%
be
at
allocated to
least.
this.
And would that include the dress, did you say?
That includes
And
the dress.
Okay, all right. And what else do we have that adds up to our
Well,
budget?
the food, and so again, part of your big budget, your spend would be venue, and so this lovely cake from Molly Cake would form part of that as well. And then my personal favorite, and I think for most women it's the dress, but my personal favorite is the flowers. And so Blossom Flower Shop, again in downtown Burlington, was kind enough to bring this by, but centerpieces, bouquets, that should form 10% of your budget.
Right. So Lisa Marie, so when you're getting married, what should you do? What should the first thing be? Would you sit down and write a list of what you think, well, first of all, what your budget would be, and then your costs, and then go from there? Is that what you suggest?
I would always have a buffer, as with any good financial plan. You've got your budget, you've got a little bit of a buffer, and then my piece of advice, I think, would be to make sure that once the wedding is over and you've had a wonderful day, you need to make sure that you start your planning for the rest of your life.
Right. So you have some money to go on.
Yes, absolutely. You've got 40 years to go, so you want to enjoy them.
Well, thank you very much. Lisa Marie Winning from Investors Group, and we are at Spencer's at the Waterfront talking about that special day in your life.